I've spent 9 years behind these walls. In this cell, for a crime I didn't commit. You tore my family apart.
I'm gonna need you. Your grandson is gonna need you too.
Wow, there is a clip as the fight continues for life right here on ABC. I'm so excited to welcome in the star of the show, Nicholas Pinnock, and of course, Curtis 50 Cent Jackson. Welcome to the show. How are the both of you?
Good, I'm great. I feel good.
Thanks.
So excited to chat with you because I remember last year when the promos started airing, it immediately caught my attention. And it was like, whoa, this show is going to be real. This show is going to have a lot of different feelings attached to it and possibly change the way we think of storylines like what Nicholas is able to portray. So Curtis, take us back. You, of course, the executive producer behind it, also in front of the camera some. When you found out about this, or was this your idea? How did you get involved?
Well, I actually met Isaac Wright Jr. The series is based on his life story. And as he was telling me about the story, I was like, I couldn't believe it. I had to Google it to make sure it actually happened. Because I hadn't heard of anyone defending themselves all the way through the process and actually coming out and getting acquitted. Everything is just, he's one of one. You know, he's a unicorn. And what Nicholas has done with his character is amazing because he's brought it to life in a way that I had an opportunity to see him take an hour, like about an hour and a half, and kind of turn the idea that he had already developed for the Aaron character into a new character. In the process of talking to Isaac and getting nuances and information from him, and that was incredible to me. Like I thought, I've seen a lot of really talented people in creative situations, and that was one of the things that stood out to me that makes him someone unique and special, and is making this project a success at the same time. I think a lot of times people look at the overall body of work, but his performances in this actual show I think it comes from the understanding of the journey of the character that he's portraying, and that energy is definitely registering.
You know, being able to tackle someone who this is their story. Nicholas, I want to bring you in on this one. As an actor, what do you hope you bring to, I say character, but obviously it's based on a real man that you were talking about, Isaac Wright Jr. What do you hope to bring? What do you hope people feel on a week in, week out basis when they're watching for life?
Well, you know, authenticity, you know, and you're not only portraying a version of someone who is real, you know, but also there are a lot of people out there who identify and have been through similar things to what Isaac has been through. And so in that respect, there's a big responsibility to make sure that everything you do, every detail is authentic to those people, because you are representing somebody in society who has similar journeys, and you want those people to really identify with it, and then the families of those people to identify with it and understand that, yes, that's the man that I'm seeing on television, which is the man that, you know, is my brother or my father or my son that has gone through a similar journey, and I can understand it through the eyes of Aaron Wallace. And so it's very important to me to make sure that the details and the, you know, tiny layers of character are authentic to the people who have been through it or been through something similar.
You know, speaking of Isaac and his family, how involved have they been? Have you heard from them? Do they watch? Do they give feedback? What is that relationship like, especially diving into season 2, where it's a completely different take on the show, but still the same character, and how now he's helping people?
Well, I speak to him all the time, but he's been a part of the process and in communication with Nicholas, like just to keep the balance of things. And if he had questions about something, what's going on, it's great to have someone that you can talk to and get the actual, how they felt at that time period, you know, and then you go, there's look, when it's based on a true story, the intensity of it is beyond, I don't even know how to explain it. Like scripted material, we can make up some really good stuff. Like actually production is find the best true story you can find, then make up some stuff. So there's nobody suing you for the things that you interacted with and all of those other things. Because people can claim those moments also as a part of their life also, right? So when you get to a scenario that you're writing the nuances and circumstances that Isaac Wright experienced, and when you see portrayed so well, it's like I've had people call me from jail, people incarcerated, saying it's the best thing we've ever seen on commercial television before, because they're under circumstances where they feel like they're in there for things that, not things that they've actually done, but things that they're not necessarily being served at the right amount of time for what they've actually done. So they feel like they've been wronged in different ways in the system, and they relate to it from that perspective. And it's interesting that it connects all the way across the board.
Well, Curtis, I'm so sad to say we are out of time. Nicholas, I know I could talk to you more about this. It's such a poignant show, especially during a time when I think it's needed to continue conversations and think of others. Of course, you can catch season 2 premiere right here on ABC November 18th. Again, gentlemen, keep up the good work. Thank you for being with us.
Thank you.
Take care.